So, you're here because your teacher made you read Joyce Carol Oates' Where Are You Going? Where Have You Been? That's okay. I'll help you out as much as I can here on this series we call Simply Lit. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and if you'd like to donate to my audio career, please do so at my PayPal link in the video description. Also, after listening to the video, feel free to ask me any questions related to your homework that you think I can help with, or any questions that will help you understand the story better. And please feel free to make requests for videos on other literature in the comments. Now, please enjoy this brief summary and brief analysis of Joyce Carol Oates' Where Are You Going? Where Have You Been? Sit tight from another entry from Simply Lit. It's summertime in our protagonist's world with all the stupid hit summer songs like Can't Stop the Feeling. Beautiful, self-absorbed 15-year-old Connie spends much of her time chilling at home, chilling with her friends, and unbeknownst to her parents, spending her evenings sneaking across the mall highway to pick up boys at a drive-in restaurant. Connie thinks she's hot stuff, always making duck faces in the mirror while her mom mocks her for it. And she is always annoyed with her entire family, especially her mom, who was once a beauty herself, and especially with her obedient and homely older sister June. June is mature and helps with the bills, whereas Connie spends her time daydreaming. Connie's mom is always talking smack to Connie about how she isn't a good daughter like June, and that she shouldn't look into the mirror so much. We can't all be June, Connie's mom. Their father works a lot and rarely talks to his daughters, so he's barely in the story. Connie, being a bit dramatic, but also hitting the nail on the existential head, yearns for death, an end to her misery, for both her and her mom from this banal world of small pleasures and large pain. One night, Connie goes out with some gal friends to the mall and ends up on an informal date with a dude bro named Eddie. Walking to Eddie's car, Connie sees another guy watching her. He's creeping in a gold-painted convertible with weird writing. The guy wags his finger at her and says, "Gonna get you, baby." Connie is repulsed, but slightly intrigued. Does that line actually work? "I'm gonna get you." Maybe it sounds better when he says it than when I do it. Connie and Eddie spend 3 hours together at a restaurant, then in a romantic alley, doing romantic alley things. Connie spends the summer avoiding her mother's lame questions and daydreaming about the fellows she'll meet in more romantic alleys. One Sunday, her family leaves her at home alone while they go to a family barbecue at her aunt's house. Connie washes her long hair and dozes while she lets it dry in the sun like a dern hippie. When her pale self starts cooking in the sun, she goes inside and turns on the radio to listen to the hits from coast to coast. American Top 40 with Gazy Gazem. She is startled by a car rumbling up her driveway. From the window she sees that it's a gold convertible, and she's frightened. She looks at the screen door and realizes that the driver is the man she saw in the parking lot the night she met Eddie. The man grins and begins talking to her. Connie is careful not to seem too interested in him, even though she's initially slightly charmed by him. She tells him several times that she does not know who he is. He gets out of the car and points to the words painted on the door. His name, Arnold Friend, is written next to a picture of a round smiling face, which Connie thinks looks like a pumpkin with sunglasses. There's another man in the car. Arnold introduces as his friend Ellie. Arnold basically just rips on Ellie the whole time he's there, but Ellie's cool with it. Arnold asks Connie to get in the car, but she says she has things to do. We do all have things to do indeed. Good job, Connie. Arnold laughs then, and Connie notices he seems unsteady on his feet, as though his boots fit wrong. She asks how he knows her name, and he says he knows a lot of things about her. Arnold then explains that since the night he saw Connie at the drive-in, he's learned a lot about her. Her name, Connie girl, her friends, her favorite food, French fries, her favorite movie, Smooth Talk, and her favorite YouTube channel, this YouTube channel right here. He even tells her the fact that her entire family is at her aunt's house at the barbecue. Connie asks Arnold how old he is. He says he is her age, but Connie can tell he's lying and that maybe he's as old as 30. Arnold can't hide those wrinkles, homie. His old ass really creeps Connie out, because who wouldn't be creeped out by a 30-year-old creeper? Connie tells Arnold he should leave, but he insists on taking her for a slow ride to take it easy. Get a clue, Arnold, friend. She tells him again to leave, but then she again is overwhelmed with fear as Arnold starts telling her what her parents are doing at that precise moment at their barbecue, doing basic people stuff, like playing Uno and Scrabble. She is both horrified and fascinated by his accurate description of them and their Scrabble answers. Arnold tells Connie that, "You're my lover and will give in to me and love me." That ain't creepy at all, right? Connie screams that Arnold is cray-cray and backs away from the front door. She tells him to leave and threatens to call the police. Arnold, moving unsteadily toward the porch on his potentially hooved feet, tells her he won't follow her into the house unless she touches the phone and tries to call the police. "Oh, thanks, Arnold." She tries to lock the door, but her fingers are shaking too much. Arnold points out that he could break down the door. She asks him what he wants. He says he wants her. That after seeing her that night, he knew she was the one for him. God damn it, Arnold, quit being such a creep. He becomes more threatening, telling her that if she doesn't come out of the house, he'll do something terrible to her family when they come home. Hell of a choice. Go with Arnold or watch him murder her family. Arnold asks Connie whether she knows one of her neighbors, a woman who owns chickens. Connie, shocked, replies that the woman is dead. Arnold says again that she should come outside or her family will get hurt. Because of the implications. He killed the chicken woman, not the chicken woman. Connie runs from the door and grabs the telephone. She is sweating and screams for her mother and screams into the phone. But she can't dial the phone because all her strength has left her. At the end of the surreal scene, Connie is sitting on the floor, stunned and terrified. From the door, Arnold tells her to put the phone back on the hook, and she does, putting the phone back. He tells her quietly where they're going to go and tells her to come outside. Simple as that. She thinks to herself that she will never see her mother again, and that makes her sad, and she tries to figure out what to do. Arnold tells her to stand up, and she does. She feels as though she is watching herself walk toward the door, open it, and walk outside toward Arnold. Arnold comments on her blue eyes, even though she has brown eyes, implying a weird change in her. Connie looks out at the vast expanses of land behind him and knows that's where she is going. Connie, take care of yourself. Arnold is a freaky-ass demon girl. Analysis. Let's talk about the ending. The language of the story initially moves from realism to an almost surreal or supernatural tone. Connie is described as feeling possessed and as though she's watching things be done to her as though they're someone else. It sounds spooky, ghostly, and like there's a magical enchantment at work. Then when Arnold calls her his blue-eyed girl, when her eyes are really brown, Connie's transformation into something that's not entirely herself anymore is complete, and she must go with Arnold. When Connie steps out to join Arnold, she no longer sees the driveway or her neighborhood, but just vast sunlit reaches of the land behind him and on all sides of him. The horizon lies ahead, and whether that's good or bad is up to us as readers to decide. We can read this a few ways. Here are two readings that lie between the idea of realism and surrealism. So in terms of a more surreal ending, we could read this as a literal horror story where Arnold, like a vampire or devil or demon, marks Connie as his in that parking lot she shouldn't have crossed into in the first place. Her presence in that lot implied that she was ready to take on demons like Arnold, but she really isn't. She's too young and arrogant and makes too many duck faces. Thus, when Arnold comes to take Connie away on his hooved feet, he is able to subdue Connie because she unintentionally made this pact she wasn't ready for. And whatever changes she needed to make before this encounter to survive, she'll have to make on the road with Arnold now as her devilish master of sorts. Also, the name, Arnold Friend. Take out the R in friend and leave the initials of the first name. You get a fiend. A fiend in ill-fitting boots who looks old, has supernatural knowledge, and supernatural powers. Avi, he's like the devil guy. Duh. The other way to read this is as an allegory. Connie is facing pushback from both directions of womanhood, from her youth as a girl, from her present as an adolescent, and for her future as a woman. Arnold is a symbol of the harsh, masculine-driven world that awaits her, and this encounter with Arnold symbolizes her brutal transition into womanhood. And that's it for now, y'all. There's plenty of more to analyze in this story than what I've just mentioned. I'm just gonna go get coerced into womanhood by the ever-creepy Arnold friend who just rolled up to my crib. Maybe I'll see you next time, and maybe not. If you have any requests for short stories or poetry summaries and analysis, please let me know in the comments. Wishing you all a good day, and good luck with your homework. Feel free to ask me any questions related to your homework that you think I can help with. Please like and subscribe if you'd be so kind. Stay lit, and don't ever roll with a fiend. We're simply lit.